Grüezi miteinander aus der Schweiz. Hello and welcome from Switzerland. I arrived with the train you see departing underneath me here while I'm standing on the overpass, and I decided not to show any footage of this trip from Munich to St. Margareten here on the Swiss border with Austria. Due to this we suffered unfortunately a train accident with a pedestrian, and therefore I decided not to show any footage from this trip. Prayers and wishes go out to everybody involved, and yeah, I will start this video right now here in St. Margareten, where I'm changing into an InterRegio train of the SBB, the Schweizer Bundesbahn, which will bring me to St. Moritz. But right now we are here in St. Margaret and I'm waiting onto my connecting train, as we had a delay of about 2 hours arriving due to the accident that happened in Austria. So let's wait for our train, and I hope the weather will clear up a bit. It was a very sunny day until we hit the Alps, and here it turned out to be very foggy. So let's see what scenery will be today on our trip from St. Margareten in Switzerland to St. Moritz. First of all, we have to wait about 45 minutes for our connecting train, as the one we have booked is of course long gone with a 2-hour delay. So I will see, and we'll let you know at what time I'm finally being in St. Moritz. Not that this is a point of matter at the moment, but it's just, yeah, it's just a bad day. So first leg of my journey to St. Moritz will be the InterRegio train that you can see right here on the display, which is going to the terminal station of Chur, where I have to change once again into a train to St. Moritz.
Gleis 2, Einfahrt für InterRegio 13 nach Herbruck, Landfahrt und Abfahrt 13 und 47.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright. Sleep, hear the crickets, see the moon. Side by side and through. No limit to what we can do. We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright. You and I, we got it. We don't need no more. Even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm. You and I, we got it. We don't need no more. Even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm.
Hello and welcome from the train from Chur to St. Moritz. This is the train of the Rhätische Bahn, which is the second largest train company here in Switzerland, and they are operating normally on the mountain routes here in the eastern part of Switzerland. At the moment we are just cruising from one little village to another on our way to St. Moritz. So far I have this compartment that you can see right here all to myself. I hope it stays that way so that I can talk to you guys here without disturbing others. Here you can see our intermediate stations on the display. I have a couple of stops until we reach St. Moritz at 5 p.m. Although I'm all alone in this 10-seat compartment, I wanted to remove my mask here, as it's still mandatory here in Switzerland to wear a face covering on public transportation. Outside public transportation, no masks are required. A step forward compared to my home country of Germany, but yeah, I will follow the rule anyway, so yeah, that's why I have a mask on, although I'm alone here in this compartment. The ride from Chur to St. Moritz is taking approximately 2 hours here on this InterRegio service that as well is advertised as a panorama service, because you are going on one of the most beautiful train tracks here in Switzerland, and it's also a very highly frequently traveled tourist route. I've done a couple of train routes here in Switzerland, and this one should be one of the most beautiful ones that you can do with a normal ticket without paying any extra on reservation, which you need to do if you go with the Bergün Express or if you go with the Gotthard Panorama Express, or what I'm going to do tomorrow, going with the Glacier Express. There you need a special reservation, otherwise you're not allowed to board the train. This first class compartment here on the Rhätische Bahn InterRegio service is in a 2-1 configuration, so you have 2 4-seat compartments and you have your single row here at the window. This is the typical configuration that is used by the SBB as well as the Rhätische Bahn in first class, so you always have a single row at the window, and as well you always have your table in the middle. The table itself has the whole route map of the Rhätische Bahn rides, so if you want to have a look at it, just pause it here. Another cool feature here on the Rhätische Bahn InterRegio service, that they have an at-your-seat service from the restaurant card. So although still the options are limited due to the COVID situation, but at least you can get some drink and some small snacks, and as I said earlier, they are coming to you asking what you want and they will bring it to your seat. Right now we are entering the scenic part of the route here, the first scenic part that I have to be clear about, because this one is all scenic. So I will hit you up with some music and we'll show you the countryside of the southeast part of Switzerland.
It's getting closer to midnight. I try to get closer to you. Drinking courage from my red cup now. I will soon make a move. Ooh, I can taste it. The bittersweetness of taking a shot. A risk worth taking. If it's a shot of love, baby, I adore you. Maybe I adore you. Yeah, I'm feeling high. I'm up on cloud nine. Baby, I adore you. I try to focus on breathing. My heart is skipping a beat. Your lips against a red cup makes me lose my mind completely. Ooh, I can taste it. The bittersweetness of taking a shot. A risk worth taking if it's a shot of love. Baby, I adore you. Maybe I adore you. Yeah, I'm feeling high. I'm up on cloud nine. Baby, I adore you.
Well, scenery like this is why I love traveling with the train inside of Switzerland that much. Pretty much everywhere on the Alpine region you have amazing mountain views out of the window, and this is just a normal passenger train. This is not even one of those tourist trains like the Bergün Express, like the Gotthard Panorama Express, or as well as the Glacier Express. This is just a regular route. So I really do encourage you to go to Switzerland and enjoy it on your own if you're that kind of travel person like I am. I love traveling by train, I love looking out the window, and therefore Switzerland is the place in Europe to go to, in my opinion at least. So. So this one here was quite rare to see this old locomotive called the Crocodile in action. Actually today it was pulling a tourist train, some sort of panorama train down the tracks here, so this was quite unique to see. Last time I've been here on the Gotthard Panorama Express, one of those locomotives passed us, but it was so fast that you couldn't get a glimpse of it, so I was pretty lucky to get the view right now, and I'm happy with it. So you fine people of the internet, it is only 10 after 4 p.m, but the sun is really not coming over the mountain summits here anymore, so that's very interesting to see, because normally the sun will go down only around 7 p.m. this time of year in fall time. But yeah, you can see it's just glimpsing over the summits at this time of the day, so it's a beautiful, beautiful scenery out there. I bet you I will do this ride definitely again. And coming to costs, some of you have asked me how I afford all those train travels. Well, I booked them in advance. That's a good point that you should do. And for example, this ride today here from Munich via St. Margareten, Chur to St. Moritz in first class with a reservation cost me 37 euros. Isn't that amazing how cheap you can get this kind of service here? They have on-demand at your seat service here. This is incredible. And to get a good view on the price I paid, this train travel should take 6 hours. The train left Munich at 8:55 a.m. and should be on time in St. Moritz at 3 p.m. due to the unexpected delay caused by an accident as our train unfortunately hit a pedestrian in Austria. This train travel will take 2 hours longer than planned, but what are 2 hours out of my day if this situation have ruined somebody else's days? And I think a lot of sadness has happened there. One more thing that I find cool about this train service here, it stops at very rural villages as well that have great views of the mountains, and pretty much that's the lifeline for some of those villages. There is a road connecting to St. Moritz, so no worries, but what's better than riding in style and as well having great views out of the window without concentrating on the road, eh? So that's what train travel is all about. And I hope that next year I'll be able to do one more of the bucket list. I want to go to the US, and I'm planning on crossing the whole US by train. So my plan is starting either in Boston or New York at the coast and going all the way down to San Diego, only using Amtrak trains, either if they are just regional ones, if they are just long distance ones, or overnight sleeper cars. I'm not sure which one or which variety I'll take, but this is kind of my wage plan, I would say, what I want to do next year, because I tried to do it 2 years before, but due to COVID this was not happening in 2020, and as well not in 2021, as I'm only allowed to enter America sometime in November. But yeah, there will be more traveling coming this year, but I will leave you hanging right there. You have to stay on my channel to look what I'm up to in the next couple of months. And if you want to, you can subscribe to my channel, and that you can do by clicking my face here at the end of this video. And if you want to have a notification as soon as a video of mine is going live, then just hit those little dingy dong bell right beside the subscribe button, and you get a notification every time I release a video, which is normally every Sunday at 6 p.m. European time. So this is kind of my schedule I was following the last year and a half as I started this channel. So if you have any recommendations, or if you want to see some special train routes or some special destinations you want to have included in this video, just leave me a comment down below, or write me a short email, and you'll find all this information in my channel description. first glimpse of snow. And this is only in October. So we are mid-October, so you definitely know how high we are at the moment if you see already snow on the ground.
Next stop, Sameden. Passengers for Pontresina, Poschiavo, Tirano and Zernetz, Klostersplatz, Landquart, please change to the connecting train.
So, all you fine followers of my channel, we are only 10 minutes out of St. Moritz here in Switzerland, in the beautiful province of the Engadine. As you can see, the summits, they are already white here, although it's still fall time. But yeah, that's like it is. We are very high above sea level, so that's pretty normal at this time of the year here. And after my arrival into the beautiful city of St. Moritz, as I've heard it should be, as I've never been there, I'm going to check into my hotel and will find me a place to eat, and I hope I will get some typical Engadine dish here. I've never stayed overnight in the Engadine. So far I only traveled through once, which is as well a video on my channel. It's called the Bergün Express from Chur to Tirano in Italy.
We will shortly be arriving at St. Moritz, the final station of the UNESCO World Heritage section of the Albula Line, and at the same time, it's the starting point of the Bergün Line of the Rhaetian Railway. The Alpine region of the Engadine, St. Moritz, counts as the place where winter tourism was born, and was also twice the site of the Winter Olympic Games.
So, as you heard the announcement, we are right now at our final stretch of the trip to St. Moritz, and please let me know down below in the comment section what you think about this journey and if you would do it on your own.
Cheers passengers, nous arrivons a St. Moritz. Il personal del tren già avvisa a tutti i passeggeri da sortir dal tren e piglia con giuda dels.
You've all heard it, we are at the end of today's journey. It was a great one. I do encourage you to do it on your own, and I will speak to you as soon as I have left this train. This is the end of today's journey with the Rhätische Bahn here from Chur to St. Moritz. Right behind me you can see the train that brought us all the way up here through the Albula tunnel and on the World UNESCO Heritage Site, the Albula Line. This is the end of today's video, and I hope you do have enjoyed this video so far. I enjoyed making it for you guys, and leave me a comment down below, like it, subscribe to my channel if you want to by clicking on my face in the next 20 seconds. I also will post 2 videos, as I said earlier. So for me, this is the end of today's journey, and I hope you have enjoyed it. Take care everybody, and goodbye.